So the Galaxy S25 Ultra and the iPhone 16 Pro Max are the two top dogs from Samsung and Apple. But the big question is, which one's actually better? This time around, there are some pretty clear differences that make it easier to pick a winner, so let's get right into it. What's up guys, Sal here. So first up, let's talk design. I think the S25 Ultra and the iPhone 16 Pro Max are now closer than ever. Now that the S25 Ultra has lost that iconic boxy note look, it looks a bit more like other phones out there. Whether that's a good thing is up for debate, but things like display size, weight, and thickness are almost identical on these two. Sure, the S25 Ultra is 9 grams lighter than the 16 Pro Max, but honestly, you're not gonna notice that in real-world use. But what really makes the difference are three things that you find on the S25 Ultra's display that the 16 Pro Max just doesn't have. First is the anti-reflective coating. It's crazy to me that Samsung is still the only one offering this tech, which makes a huge difference in reducing reflections and making the content on the display look so much better. And Samsung's even improved it on the S25 Ultra. The S25 Ultra also has the second version of Gorilla Glass armor, which is now 25% tougher. The iPhone 16 Pro Max's display scratches at level 6, but this one scratches at level 7, which shows just how tough and scratch resistant it is. And here's the thing, this Gorilla Glass armor 2 with anti-reflective properties is gonna remain exclusive to Samsung in 2025 as well. So not even the iPhone 17 Pro Max will get this tech. The S25 Ultra also gets a new display tech called ProScaler, which upscales low-resolution videos, something we've seen on Samsung TVs. Combined with even more brightness levels, there's no doubt that Samsung has Apple beat when it comes to display and glass tech on their latest phones. Before we move further, let me share some great news. Samsung is sweetening the deal for the S25 Ultra with some amazing pre-order deals. You can get up to $900 in trade-in value and up to $350 of Samsung credits that you can use towards storage upgrades and add-ons like the Buds 3 Pro for absolutely free. Students can stack an additional 5% discount as well. If you're interested, the offer link is down below in the description. Next up, if I had to sum up the S25's Unpacked event in 2 letters, it would be AI. Phones are pretty much maxed out, so these companies are turning to AI to make things interesting again. And when it comes to AI, the S25 Ultra is clearly way ahead of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Apple Intelligence come with some big promises, but some of the best features still aren't available even after 4 months since launch. And the ones that are available don't always work as promised. Samsung has something in its back pocket that Apple doesn't: Google. We all know that Google is the king of AI, and these two companies work together to bring the latest AI features to their phones. For example, deep integration of Google's Gemini on the S25 Ultra now allows cross-app actions, letting you do things that would normally require opening multiple apps with just a voice command. There are tons of other AI features like Now Brief, Audio Eraser, and Night Video Mode. I made a video about 30 new features of the S25 Ultra, and more than 20 of them are all about AI. So when it comes to AI, the S25 Ultra has a definite advantage. Next, for the first time ever, the latest Samsung phone has a faster chip than the latest iPhone. Not just in one area, but in all of them: CPU, GPU, NPU, you name it. And the difference is pretty significant this time. Apple used to brag about how their chips were generations ahead, but Qualcomm really nailed it with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 this year. When it comes to battery life, both phones are gonna offer about the same. Samsung says the S25 Ultra offers about an hour more video playback compared to the S24 Ultra. In PhoneBuff's battery test, there was about an hour difference between the 16 Pro Max and the S24 Ultra. So it's safe to say when it comes to battery life, these latest phones are pretty much on par. What about cameras? Well, this time the S25 Ultra focuses more on camera improvements than the iPhone 16 Pro Max did. While the 16 Pro Max got some sensor upgrades, Samsung went beyond hardware upgrades on the S25 Ultra. Not only did we get an upgraded 50 megapixel ultra-wide camera, but we also saw features like 10-bit HDR, spatial temporal processing for improved image quality, faster shutter speeds, video night mode, log recording, and much more. The S25 Ultra also offers an extra 3x zoom camera. It's tough to say which one is truly better here, but if you want versatility, the S25 Ultra is the way to go. When it comes to special hardware features, the S25 Ultra has the S Pen, which can be stored inside the phone. Whether you'll actually use it is up to you, but for those who do, it's a must-have. Though those morons actually removed the best feature this year for no apparent reason. Meanwhile, the 16 Pro Max has a capture button, which frankly is one of the worst things we've seen on iPhones lately because it's just way more inconvenient. It's a half-baked solution to a problem that doesn't even exist. Finally, price. The 16 Pro Max is $100 cheaper than the S25 Ultra. However, Samsung offers literally $350 worth of free credits that you can use towards storage upgrades and free accessories, which I think negates the iPhone's price advantage. So in the end, both the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the S25 Ultra are fantastic devices. If you're already locked into one ecosystem, iOS or Android, there's probably not enough here to make you switch. Apple users will love the iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung fans will swear by the S25 Ultra. But if you ask which is the best phone between these two, the S25 Ultra has a clear edge. If you're interested, here are 30 new features of the S25 Ultra. Click here to watch the full video and I'll see you there.